Hey, what's going on? It's me, Ario the Juice from Juicy Tech Podcast. Much love to you. So, real quick, let's talk about something. But before we do, be sure to check out the podcast. I'll leave the link in the box below of this video. The podcast is available from Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, I believe, also, and other major platforms that streams podcast episodes. So we're all set. Again, link down below to check out the podcast in the audio format, and let's talk. So, this is pretty much a video where I'm going to address some things that are very important, not only to me, but to a lot of viewers, especially new viewers that are here watching this episode or video. So I want to say this. I started this podcast and YouTube channel because I'll say this podcast and YouTube channel very much talks a lot about coding boot camps. Now, if coding boot camp is not your thing, if you don't care for it, if that's not what you're here for, then obviously this is the wrong video or channel or episode for you, because that's what I talk about a lot on this channel and podcast. Now, the reason being is because I actually went to a coding boot camp. It was a 10-week course in person as a full-time student, and it was very intense. I met a lot of people there. I met a lot of references, right? Went to a lot of conferences. And the coding boot camp to me is a way to help people network. So not only going there to learn how to code, obviously you're going there for that reason. But to me, what the real takeaway from me is the networking part, because I met a lot of people there and I still have their contact information. We still talk via social media, a lot of times through LinkedIn. So I still have connections with a lot of these people, and they are in the industries or in the industry, the tech industry, obviously, as some type of professional, whether it's a developer, a teacher, an owner of a coding boot camp, maybe even an owner of a what do you call those things? Not a charity, but some type of company that really helps the community. I'm not sure how to explain that exactly, but I met so many people who are professionals in this tech field, and this all because of going to that coding boot camp. So it's like, to me, a way of paying your way to meet people. Just like going to a conference. If you've ever been to a conference, you have to pay for it to meet people. Obviously, you may be going to a financial conference or something in sports. I don't know, but you have to pay to get inside these conferences and meet people. The real focus of going to these conferences, I mean, you have your own reason, of course, but to me, the top reason would be to meet people and network, talk to people, figure out how could you connect with them and build something, kind of go from there. This is exactly how I see a coding boot camp. I paid my way to meet people, and I did that. I succeeded in that, and it was great because there'll be no other way for me to meet these people, because I'm not a student there, right? So because I am a student, or a former student, I met everybody, and they know me. I know them. It's freaking great. And I very much believe these references are going to help me find or get my first job in tech. Well, in whatever it is, not mainly, but possibly, or I'll say realistically, it may be something in IT first, right? That was my first, focus on trying to get into the tech field. In some kind of an IT role more than a developer. But I'm off topic. Again, the coding boot camp to me was worth the money, worth my time. For that reason alone, just be able to network. So if you're looking to do that, if you're trying to really meet people and make new friends and just meet people in that industry that you're trying to break into, I very much believe a coding boot camp may be the best choice or option for you. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is what I took away from the one that I went to, because it was in person. It was an in-person cohort, and it was just awesome, right? It was really cool. Again, so this channel or this podcast is mainly for, again, people that are looking for information about coding boot camps, or maybe trying to gain, information from people that actually went to a boot camp. And this is where this channel or this podcast comes in, because I went to one, so I can really give you my true testimony and experience and thoughts about, going to this institution, this coding boot camp. So I very much believe this channel is for those types of people looking for information about coding boot camps. Is it worth the time? excuse me, is it worth the money? Is it worth the investment, basically? And I really can't speak for you. Obviously, we all have our own, reason of going to school, whether it's college or coding boot camps or maybe self-taught. I can't speak for you. I'm not sure what your situation, but I could just tell you for a fact, from my experience, if you're looking to meet people and network, and of course, if you're looking to learn how to code, obviously that's what you're going there for. Mainly, you're trying to figure out how to do this. All that was in the coding boot camp. And let's just be clear. I never went to college. I don't have a degree in computer science, right? This is really, I'm just a couple of months in learning about coding. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python. I'm just a few months in of learning this stuff, and it's fun. I'm practicing all the time. I'm doing projects in coding. But yeah, I never went to, college. And I have to be just realistic, since I don't have a degree in this, I guess in tech or coding. I have to be honest with myself to realize that I'm not going to find a job right away compared to some people that has years of experience and skills and building projects and freelance work. And I met a lot of these people in my cohort who actually went to college and they have a degree in science, computer science, and they decided to go to a coding boot camp for whatever reason, and they were able to find work. Like, a lot of them found their first junior role in web development, or a entry level role in that job title, which is freaking awesome. Because that just shows me and proves to me more that coding boot camp could actually help find people jobs, basically. Like, I saw this. A lot of my, I'll just say, like, a lot of students in my cohort, they found jobs. A lot of them are currently working right now as a web developer, which is fantastic. But again, a lot of these people that found jobs have years in skills, or just have background in coding for 4 or 5 years straight, which is incredible. They're very talented and they have the chops. So they found work because of that reason alone. Compare them to me. I'm such a newbie to it. I have to be realistic. I'm not going to find work like they found work, because they have projects that they build. They know exactly how to do this so well because they have years under their belt compared to me. So, just be realistic, right? If you're in my shoes, you don't have a degree and all these things, you have to really bust your butt and make this work. Not to say that you can't find work. Maybe you could. I don't know. But again, don't really go to a coding bootcamp expecting to find work where you don't have so many years of real skills, of learning about algorithms and, data structures and just binary numbers and computer science. All these things I just now learning about. You know what I mean? So again, this channel is really about people looking for information about coding boot camps. That's mainly what I talk about here a lot. So if this is not your type of content, I understand, but this is not for everybody. So, this is just really for people that are here for this type of information. And that's about it. I do plan on expanding in a few months, maybe a year. I don't know yet. But right now, I have to talk about the things that I have experienced, the things that I know, which is going to a coding bootcamp for 10 weeks. It was a 10-week course. Again, it was super challenging. And I get emails and messages and comments all the time from people, even messages on LinkedIn of people thanking me for putting out videos about coding bootcamp because they're looking to get into one. And this is who I do this for. So I do this for a specific type of people that are looking for information about, going to a coding bootcamp. This is not for someone that's a senior dev or someone that's looking to learn, I guess that's gonna sit here and try to grill me if I know how to code, if I know about, arrays, strings, and variables. I know about these things, but again, my main focus is telling my story. So maybe this channel could be somewhat like a diary. If so, so be it. That's what I'm here for. I talk about things I know. I don't want to talk about things I don't know. And I know about coding boot camps because I went to one in person, full time. And yeah, that's what I talk about here all the time. So if you're looking for this type of information, if you're into it, if this is what you're here for, this channel, this podcast is your home. That's what I talk about here all the time. So any questions you may have about Coding Bootcamp, how was it? How does it work? What to expect? Is it worth your money? Are you able to do it part-time? What kind of coding bootcamp should I try out? Should it be something remotely? Should it be something in person? I can speak about these things because I've done it. And I'm looking to expand once I get more skills and more information and just kind of have more experience in being a web developer, just learning. Because that's all I can do right now. Just keep learning. I'm doing projects. I have a GitHub. I'm not the most perfect coder, but at least I'm trying and I'm learning and I'm just trying to really gain more information. And this is also fun too. Like I like to build things. I love engineering. That's what I like to do. Like I have a background in audio engineering, not the same thing as web, development, but you're still building something. And that's what you do as an audio engineer. You're building a song with different ways, whatever, you're engineering. So that's what I like about coding, because I'm building something, which is a web page. So it's fun, right? I'm learning, I'm doing projects, but I'm here to really help people who are trying to really gain more information about coding boot camps. That's what this channel and podcast is here for. So feel free to leave any type of comment you want, anything in general about how was it, what to expect, and all that good stuff. Leave me a message on LinkedIn or Instagram. However you want to reach out to me, it's fine. I will get back to you, and I'm here to assist any way possible. So yeah, hit me up. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for listening. Again, the podcast link is available. We are everywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, and other platforms, major platforms that streams podcasts. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. Peace out.